Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Crusader Kings III, a new game out by Paradox Development Studios and published by Paradox Interactive. This is episode number 8 of our Let's Play series, where we're playing as the Duchy of Georgia. We are the leader of the Bagratoni dynasty and family. I think it's like actually technically we started our own house of the dynasty, which is like the Bagratoni Tel Aviv dynasty. And so far we're doing okay. We've formed the Duchy of Georgia, so we've expanded beyond our initial one county. We've had several successions already. We're on the third leader of our family. We started in the 867 start date, and we recently murdered our eldest son because he was a bad heir, and we also caught him murdering someone else, so we murdered him in retribution. In our last episode, we had a lot of children, so we have a whole bunch of heirs and whatnot currently, and our ruler is starting to get a little bit old. That being said, we've got a very strong duchy with a lot of dominions directly under our control, so upon our death, our kingdom or our duchy is definitely set up to sort of collapse in on itself, but we'll see. With the succession laws, a lot of our provinces will be sort of parceled out to our children, but that's part of the fun of managing games in Crusader Kings III. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. This was taken from a live stream from my Twitch channel from a couple of weeks back now, and I hope you guys enjoy. Leave your comments down below, and I'll catch you guys at the end. Medieval era. New innovations are available. I don't know why it shows this random guy. Maybe they're the furthest, most evolved culture group so far. So you can see here household soldiers, arched saddle, horseshoes, a bunch of military innovations are available. Additionally, you can go with Hereditary Rule. Evenly dividing the realm amongst all eligible heir fractures the unity of our people. Instead of tearing our realm asunder on every succession, we can ensure we have stable, prosperous heartland by establishing a system of hereditary rule. This is what I want to focus on. I don't think I can change my focus. Oh, I can. It'll take 34 years. Did I just make a mistake? Let's finish city planning first. We're so close. But we'll go with hereditary rule once that's completed. The Abbasids broke up. There's now the Sanjid Empire to the south of us. God damn it. We just lost 20 control in this province because our marshal fucked something up. Here's the problem is I don't really, I think I've got my maximum amount of titles that I'm able to hold right now. Or dominions that I'm able to hold right now. So I hold 4. I really need more, though. But I don't want to lose direct control of any of these counties. So we're really just kind of sitting in a situation where we've got a moderate amount of peace. We're not going to war. The peoples around us are much more powerful than us, but they haven't attacked us yet. They really do hate us. But again, they haven't gone to war with us yet. We've got a few alliances that do help even out some of these risks. So 600. So we got about 2,000 soldiers there, just shy of 4,000 on our own. So that makes it almost even with our neighboring countries that are much more powerful than us by themselves. These guys aren't allied to anybody. We're going to fabricate a claim on Tau Klarjeti and see if we can't take their province I may need your help, guys. I know you're saying that you're able to maintain control. So I may need a little bit of help with that in a moment when we go to war. Grant the titles to my heir. I'll get them back when I die. Okay. What's our knight situation? We've got 11 of them. They're starting to get old, though. They're like all in their 30s and 40s. Killer in our midst. The smell hits me before the doors open, a heavy and meaty odor that permeates the area. It's the stench of the newly dead. Yet another body has been found. They all have been people of little importance, thank God, but the court is getting nervous. Scour the court for the murderer. Tabarosa comes of age. Oh, nice. So this guy's actually good at something. He's a fortune builder, which means +6 stewardship. Okay, so he's now married. So Levan is my heir. And his brother Tabarosa just came of age. He's a level 14 steward, so he's pretty good at stewardship. He's also a decent fighter, too. How's orthodoxing coming? I think it's going okay. Okay. All right. So I've got 170 gold. Give us 50 more levies and more tax money. That's kind of expensive for that, though. The battlements innovation? Ugh. It's ridiculous how long the culture stuff takes. Like, I don't know why it takes so long. You would think it would not take like 30 years for every tech invention. Well, we'll see. We're working on that claim against Clargetti. They have no alliances. This would be the end of their dominion. I also wonder how many of the titles you have to take to become king, or how many of the counties you have to take to become king. So we'd have Gura, we'd have this one down here. %51 of the territory. Okay. I uncovered another hook, but I don't really have a use for it right now. Sharpened Turd. Thanks for the follow. Also, Matchup Power 123, thank you for the follow a little while ago. Lieutenant Rocco Zoo, thank you for the follow. Bad Sheep 78, thank you for the follow. Mental breakdown, dark thoughts. So you need 7 de jure counties. I've got 4. 500 gold and 2 duchy titles. Currently we only have 1. So we have to create a second duchy as well, which would then almost permanently split it then, because there wouldn't be a preeminent duchy, so you'd probably want to wait to found that second duchy until you were right about to found the kingdom. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me of late. All of my sins and my flaws and my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. We're at level 1 stress, but we're just shy of level 2. We're at 190. I can confess my wrongdoings, and then I'll get the trait Contrite. I gain disturbing confessions for 3 years. I lose 42 stress, so general opinion drops by 5. Contrite will drop my intrigue by 2. Stress loss 20%. I can beat myself, which is dumb. I won't do that. Or I can gain 25 more stress and resist the urges, but that would push me into level 2, which would be a mental breakdown. So I'll confess my wrongdoings. The -5 opinion penalty hopefully doesn't hurt me too much. I've had a long reign, so when you're a leader for longer, people like you more. Except for my son, who wants a seat on the council and who's also been revoked from authority and things like that, and he's just in general a shitty son. Maybe he's Commodus. Maybe he's our Commodus. We're almost done on the fabricate claim. Surety of Supply. Part of commanding an army means making sure that my soldiers have plenty of food, drink, and camp gear for long campaigns. To this end, I should come up with a plan for ensuring my soldiers always have supply they need in the field. Arrange a network of merchants to help me. I'm shy, so I will get penalized with stress. 60% chance I'm unable to find it. My soldiers can forage for their own supplies. 35 stress. Stockpile supplies in my stronghold. Lose 50 gold. Well-provisioned armies for 5 years. We'll do that. No stress penalties. How's my health, by the way? I'm 44. Health is fine. Wife is 39. She's obese and frail. Well, she might be frail after her having 7 children. Jeez. Meanwhile, our claim is almost done. How many counties are within the other duchy you're fabricating in? Just 1, I think. Or maybe 2? No, just the 1. I should have just... I forgot, because I'm the dynasty head, I can just claim whatever title I want. Murderers at court. Pray for the nameless dead. Parts of a body were found this morning, my lord, says a guard, gesturing to the table before us. Blood pools on the table around, small mounds of flesh. Strings of tissue rest in dark ooze. As you can see, it's not a whole human. Not enough to identify them. I'll pray for the victim. Make sure everyone's accounted for at all times. Double the guards. Has anyone seen anything? Please, I need your help. I'm going to do... I don't know if this will help in the current intrigue, but I'm going to change my Spy Master's goal to disrupt schemes. He's so damn good, I'm hoping that it's pretty much a slam dunk. Meanwhile, my soldiers are raised, or are raising. Okay, they're now raised, and we'll march them to the enemy province. Can I change the commander? He's 15. I'm going to take the field. The Duke is taking the field. The Duke is taking the field. The Duke is taking the field. Hi-ho, the Dario. The Duke is taking the field. You think it's my son that's trying to kill me? Yeah, stressed myself to death and played the heir. The only reason I didn't stress myself to death and play the heir is because we still have that Confederate partition. And that is bad. Because I would have lost the titles. All right, so we finished city planning. So real quick here, we finished researching city planning, which was the 11th of the tribal group. Now we're going to go ahead and focus on hereditary rule. It'll take 34 years, so there's we'll probably get broken up before that happens. I don't think my ruler's going to live with his stress level to be like 78. But maybe some things will happen that'll cause it to occur quicker. Meanwhile, we're going to fight these guys. We outnumber more than 3 to 1. We should crush them pretty easily. We pretty much wiped them out. They had 3 soldiers who survived. Gives us a 48 war score immediately. It was the slaughter at Klarjati. It was a slaughter. That's the way the battle is ranked. Plus 77 fame. Didn't take anyone prisoner. Watt83, thanks for the follow. I don't want to call Prince Rupa into my war. I don't need to. Zephyrmite, thank you very much for the follow as well. Appreciate it. All of the secrets that we find seem to be lover-related. Be nice if there was a little bit more variety in the secrets. I'm assuming there will be over time. I love... I don't know if I love this, but it's interesting that you get, like, the screaming sound effects of, like, whatever. Alright, so we took prisoners. Can I ransom any of them? Give me the gold that you have. Alright. The bad guys are imprisoned. We have a 100 war score. We'll enforce our demands. We win the war. I get the counties, the bishopric, the city. I get fame. I get prestige. But we now have more territory than we can do anything with. And so the Duchy of Georgia is spreading. We're up to 5 counties out of 7 necessary. Apparently I'm at war. With who? Well, good thing I already have my army raised. New war. So these folks must have been... This is the same thing that happened last time. So I guess I'll take the penalties for the moment anyway. We're going to be fighting on the side of the Byzantines. Or if not, the Byzantines look like they're fighting the same people. The Mongols just arrived in your game? Sounds like bad news bears. A faction was created against me. The County of Clarget has given rise to the peasant rabble targeting me. So in 50 months, they'll issue an ultimatum and there will be a peasant uprising. So, again, I'm not sure. If I give away a barony to someone, this lower level title, do I keep the county? Does it stay in my duchy? So let's give my son this title, my heir. Under partition, your heir cannot be given a title he does not stand to inherit. So it has to be a different son, can't be my heir. How does he stand to inherit any of that? We'll focus on converting the faith over here as well. I'm not sure I understand that yet. So it's the county holding of Clarget. So he'll gain opinion of me. But I don't know how this will work. He'll become my vassal. I'll lose the command of this dominion. The penalty be reduced. Yeah, so I lose that territory now. It's no longer... Well, I guess it's still part of the duchy by the looks of it here. But it's no... It's a county within my... Okay. So I don't fully understand how that works, but I guess it's okay. I can't do anything in the provinces. I guess I can. They're still my vassal. I can still construct stuff. And the faction has disbanded. Meanwhile, my priest is still working on converting the faith there. But at least the faction's disbanded against me. They might rise up against my son. So I'm no longer directly ruling this land. It's my son who's ruling it. In my stead, of course. He's still loyal to me. Circumvent Gavelkind. I don't know. My son came of age and he's a good steward, so it makes sense for me to I think it makes sense for me to give him an opportunity to rule and test out his skills. A curious man is searching me out after hearing about murders plaguing my court. I think I can be of help. Happy to have someone join my court. Call to war? Where are these guys fighting? I don't think he needs my help at all, but I'll join the war. I gotta finish this war first. Yeah, don't create a second duchy till I'm ready to create the kingdom, because if I do, we'll lose that duchy. They'll have no one above them who's their ruler. All right, so I'm going to gain the trait Gallant, which will give me +4 prowess, +2 martial, better prestige. I'm a pretty darn good commander now. And learned. And still only 45. I only have the one alliance anymore? I lost the alliance with the guy I joined the war on the side of? How does that make any sense? Alright, so I knocked him out of the war. I gained some prestige and some cash. This powerful vassal wants a seat on the council. He's my son, but he also really likes me, so I don't really need to do that. Gain some prisoners in the siege. But apparently they're gone now. Yeah. Change Count Tabarosa's contract. Interesting. So this is the current feudal contract obligations. He likes me, so I can change these things. So what do I do here? Feudal levies will go up. Give me more soldiers. Increase feudal taxes. He likes me enough that I could probably get away with it. Oh, I can't demand more than one tyrannical change. I would also gain stress. It's not worth it. We'll keep that as is for now. I'm also second in line to take his county if he doesn't have any children. He does have one child, but it's a granddaughter. I don't know if she can inherit. All right. Meanwhile, our army is still raised. So let's go march down here where the... why would you go across the water or the land? I don't want to spend 15 gold to pay for you to... I'm guessing it won't take 6 months longer. The 15 gold will be more expensive than it's worth. I know it's... I believe it's male preference. I'm not sure for sure if they can't inherit. Hey, my eldest son is gonna move slightly less against me, so that's good. In terms of his opinion. What's going on over here? That's a lot of people moving around. Byzantines are crushing Kartali. So maybe the Byzantines are going to take a chunk out of the Caucasus. Pray for the victim. Who's this? One of my knights? I think. Maybe not. I don't know who that is. I need to know who's doing this. No, my oldest living son. We don't talk about my previous eldest son. He doesn't exist. Previous eldest son is a myth. Oh, we won the war. I contributed nothing. But the war's over. My spy masters come to me with grave news while I don't know who is plotting something to kill my duke, or my knight. Go ahead and figure it out, spy master. That's why I put you there, to counter those traits. Negotiate an alliance with this guy. Sure. So, this is interesting. The Byzantine Empire is spreading into the Caucasus to the north. They're spreading north of our territory. What is this? Renewed jihad. The House of Islam is under grave threat from the onslaught of heathens and infidels in its very heartlands. In response, his magnificent caliph, al-Muqtawali, has decided that an era of renewed jihad is upon the world. The core regions of the Dar al-Islam must be retaken at all costs. The righteous Muslim faithful should prepare to join the ranks of the Mujahideen for the upcoming struggles. This could be the beginning of unprecedented Muslim aggression. Well, that's not good. By the way, the Byzantines are retaking a lot of their empire. I don't know if Byzantium is OP right now, but you can see they're moving up the Italian peninsula. They have land in the Holy Lands. They've taken they're not crusading, but they're taking most of the Mediterranean coast, moving down into lands they haven't had at this point in time in like 300 years or 200 years at least. And they're also taking land in the Caucasus, which they definitely never did historically. The Byzantines, in terms of their strength, 10,000 soldiers plus all of the alliances. Well, I guess they have no alliances, but they can call on presumably their subject peoples for more. It's not. It's an inverse crusade. It's Orthodox. No, I'm not going to become a vassal of the Byzantines. I mean, we're both Orthodox. I don't have great relations with the emperor. Taking Jerusalem caused it. So the Byzantines taking Jerusalem is what caused the counter crusades by the Muslims. Level 13 development in Tel Aviv. Constantinople's improved to 29. Meanwhile, our Georgian culture, we are 33 years away from hereditary rule. Not going to happen in my current leader's life. I think all my children are married. Not this guy. You're a son. We'll do that later. All right. I do wonder if Byzantium might be OP, just by the way they're rolling. Not sure. But we have gained 2 more counties tonight in Gur and Klergeti in the duchy. And so the Duchy of Georgia continues to expand. I'd like to take Kartali, but I'm not strong enough to go up against the continent of the Caucasus. Plus, their actual strength can be up to 4,200. So they have a lot more latent power that they're not using. We could try and go up against the High Chieftain Metz Hayek. What happened to the Armenians? He's now a High Chief? No allies, though. Oh, well, those aren't... Actually, I would want Lori, which is... What happened to these guys? So these... They do have an ally to Count Wittung. But we can probably actually take these guys on by ourselves and just go after the county of Lori. That would get us within 1 county of being able to declare a kingdom. So hopefully next time we're able to wrap that up and declare our own kingdom. In any event, we've had some success of late. There are sort of rivals that are approaching us on all sides. The steppe tribes to the north. The Byzantine Empire is approaching us from the west. They could be a threat as well. They're Orthodox, but they also have a claim to our territories as part of their de jure empire. We could swear fealty to them, but that's not really something I want to do at this time. So we'll see how things play out next time. Until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'm out.